All right. So in our journey with Joshua, we're at the spot where we're about to journey into Canaan, and the land is going to be divided amongst all the tribes, right? So I'm going to start us off actually in Numbers 33. Then I'm going to read some pieces of 34. And ultimately, we're going to find Joshua pop up again in Numbers 34:17. So let's start in Numbers 33. We'll start at 54. And ye shall divide the land by the lot for an inheritance among your families, and to the more ye shall give more the inheritance, and to the fewer ye shall give less the inheritance. Every man's inheritance shall be in place where his lot falleth, according to the tribes of your fathers ye shall inherit. But if ye will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass that those which yet remain shall be pricks in your eyes and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land wherein ye dwell. Moreover, it shall come to pass that I shall do unto you as I ought to do unto them. So some heavy instructions here to say, hey, the battle belongs to me, right? You're going forth. I want you to drive out these inhabitants, showing God's strength and how much he in us shows his own strength as we move forth without fear into battle. Then we get in where we still got Moses around at this point. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into this land of Canaan, this is the land that shall fall unto you unto an inheritance, even the land of Canaan with the coast thereof. Then your south quarter shall be from the wilderness of Zin by the coast of Edom, and your south border shall be the outmost coast of the salt sea eastward. So Moses is getting the command to go forth. But something that's interesting that's going to happen is Moses isn't going to carry out this task. And this is where we're going to start to talk again about Joshua. So I'm going to pause here. 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to start up here in Numbers 34, and we're going to go down to Numbers 34:13. And Moses commanded the children of Israel, saying, This is the land which ye shall inherit by lot, which the Lord commanded to give unto the 9 tribes and to the half tribes. So I just want to call out here that we've got God giving the instruction to Moses, understanding the inheritance, and then all of a sudden Moses gives it out to the people. And that's where we're going to see Joshua pop up. And I'm just going to remind us of Joshua's journey here, right? Started as like Moses' friend, this guy who like was a good soldier, then rose as like really a battle hero fighting for the Lord, then took a spot next to Moses in the tabernacle, spending time with God, growing intimate with him, proving on Mount Sinai that he was accountable, that he could take care of himself, but also be patient and endure, take feedback, and then correct, and then keep going in battle. And now we're going to see what has that led to, what is the task, right? And that leads us to here, Numbers 34. And the Lord spake unto Moses in 16 here, saying, These are the names of the men that shall divide the land unto you, Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun. So we've got Eleazar, who's going to be like, has taken over for Aaron, right? Is the high priest. And then Joshua is going to divide up this land. And that's a big deal, right? This whole wilderness journey, this whole walking and following the Lord, leaving Egypt, has led to the dividance of the inheritance. And that's going to be a task that's given here to Joshua to put into place for all these people. And where does that tell us about our time with the Lord? Every step we take, every task we have, every job we do, every role we do leads to the one that God wants us to have for his people. And Joshua's task of leading them forth, of dividing the lands, of going into the wilderness, that's going to be what we're going to know him for in the long run, right? So, but that's not where it started. It all started with just being that guy's friend, standing there, being willing to fight, willing to step up, and most of all, willing to put God first, willing to spend his time with God. And that is what's led us to this dividance of coming of the land, which is the inheritance. So here he is, doling out the inheritance. Happy Sunday, chatting at Cheesman. Happy Sunday.